Alright guys, thought I'd run through a little video short. Only speakers, that's all we're talking about. Hopefully about a minute. So for those of you with the Kawasaki Voyager, you want to do some rear speakers maybe. These are 6.5 inch speakers. Went through it before, I've never really got in depth with it. This is a 6.5 inch JBL speaker right here. It's a component speaker. The reason I went with a component speaker is to keep water from going down inside a coaxial speaker, because there's going to be some spacing in between the woofer cone and that coax tweeter. So that's the reason I went with the component system, and as y'all know, I got my other tweeter up there. But I just kind of wanted to show y'all what was going on with these things and how I mounted them. I'm going to show you something else at the end, how I waterproofed it, or at least I think it's kind of waterproofed. Alright, so we got the component. Now, as y'all can tell, this is a spacer. We've talked about it before. That is it's about an inch spacer. So what that does is it allows me to have a 5 1/4 cutout. It's a 5 1/4 cutout. And I can use this spacer right here that takes a 5 1/4. That would be your 5 1/4 hole basically. This is going to basically be your 6.5 right here where my thumb is, not that hole, this hole. So it stretches it out a little. Because if you had to cut this hole, saddlebag really can't handle it. As you can see here, we're all the way up against the edge. So by doing it this way, you can actually make it work. If you want to do 5 1/4s, of course you can flush mount the 5 1/4s with the 5 1/4 hole that you make. But with 6.5, if you use a spacer and adapter, a 5 1/4 to 6.5 adapter, you're going to be able to use 6.5s back here. So I'm going to clean this up just a little bit while I got it apart. The whole reason I was doing this is I bought some material that I was going to try. Some foam material. Actually, it turns out I don't like it. I get more bass without that foam material than I would with the foam material. These are 609Cs, I believe is what they are. Pretty good speaker. Pretty happy with it. That's pretty much how it looks. The bottom, GTO 609C. Pretty sure these are 3 ohms. 3 ohm speakers. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to show you how I think I waterproof this stuff. There is a seller, DS18, I believe, the speaker maker DS18. I believe they actually sell some product that's supposed to waterproof speakers. I didn't buy that product. I'm going to show you what I bought. Actually, I can do it right here because it's right here at me. I got some Scotch Guard outdoor water shield. You know, this is just me. I'm not saying this stuff works. I don't think it'll do any damage, but this is what I'm about to spray on this speaker. So let's pop this open, get the cap off, and let's do this thing. And it would probably be okay to do the inside too. I really haven't ever done the inside, but we'll just spray it down real good and let it dry, and that should give a pretty good waterproof coating. But that'll be it, guys. That's how I did the 6.5s, and of course this is going to be my grill once I put my grill back on. And to be honest with y'all, this is the reason that I buy JBL speakers, is because their grills look so awesome. They have a good look. They're not tacky. They go with the bike. Just like these up here. Those are GTO 620s. I think those are 620s. I think they make a 618 as well. Whatever I had before. I think it was a 618. They were pretty good. But these 620s, they're a true 2.5, 3 ohm speaker. As well as this one back here is pretty much a 3 ohm speaker. So you get a lot more power going through the speaker because the ohms are a lot less. Or at least 1 or 2 less. But that's it. That's the way it goes together. As y'all can see, this chrome ring Let me get some of this off of this paint before something bad happens though. Probably not the best thing to get on paint maybe. So we'll get that off. I said this was going to be a short video. Sorry guys. Okay, y'all can stop watching if you don't want to hear anymore. But this is the chrome trim that I put around, because right here there's actually a small gap. Small gap. And on the back, as you can see here on the back, it actually sticks over a little. So it's a good idea just to use something back there. And of course you can use a rubber gasket around here as well, and you know, caulking you could put on the inside. There's a bunch of things you can do to waterproof this, but the reason I went with the component is there's nowhere for the water to go. It's going to sit there, and once the air starts to flow through, it should throw it right on out of there and dry it out. Haven't had any problems with moisture in the bags as far as water or anything. But again, you're 5 1/4 hole adapter to 6 1/2, and that should work for you. And of course, the finished product's going to look like this one. I don't know how my camera's doing here with the cover. Love those JBL covers. All right, guys, that's all I got. www.MEtricoil.com, MEtricoil.com. Come buy some oil. See y'all next time.